Buildings New York, and Green Buildings New York is the largest buildings event for the Metro New York region. Hundreds of exhibitors with the latest in traditional and green building products for the retrofit, renovation, restoration, and maintenance for existing commercial, residential, and industrial buildings.
I spent most of my life in the building and development business, and I take great pride in looking around the city and seeing the buildings that my father built and that I built. And I don't think there's any more exciting enterprise in the world than changing the face of the earth.
We're the owners and the builders and the property managers. We're the people that make the day-to-day decisions on building maintenance and development and growth.
Contractors, engineers, architects, and those from executive management from real estate related companies. So
this show is really designed to get people in like us.
They run the buildings, and they're also in many cases the final decision makers, and those are many of the types of industry professionals that our exhibitors are most interested in seeing.
The hours are good, the traffic's outstanding, the level of interest is exceptional because these are the people that are going to wind up owning these products. So getting to the people that are actually making the decisions on putting equipment in their building is something that appeals to us.
I think we're seeing the green principles being embodied in the show more and more each year. We have a larger number of green exhibitors. The attendance is growing.
So the great news is that we see with our websites like greenbiz.com and Greener Buildings, greater adoption and greater focus on the environment from people that used to have nothing to do with the environment or energy. So buildings people, operations people, supply chain.
Well, I believe that building operators and managers are absolutely crucial to green buildings, because if a building isn't operated green, it doesn't matter how it was designed. So, and even a building that wasn't necessarily designed green can be operated very effectively with operators that understand how to save energy, how to save water.
I would say the greatest opportunity is in retrofit because they're buildings that are in existence. And everybody is looking for ways to improve the services to the residents and the commercial tenants within the city of New York. And having your buildings fully green compliant offers that opportunity.
Tenants in multi-tenant commercial buildings are one of the main drivers of buildings going LEED. You know, clearly there are energy savings, there are water savings, but things that are being seen as even more valuable are tenant retention, are the ability to attract tenants, in some cases the ability to charge more money.
There's also a variety of new energy codes that are affecting the New York City real estate market, so like it or not, it's part of where the industry is going.
The city has passed several local laws that require anything that's retrofitted to have some level of green standard to it. I think socially, so social consciousness is pushing a lot of it. And I just think it's, you know, as it becomes a cheaper way to do things, that more and more people pay attention to it.
More and more, I think the light bulb is going off for CIOs and COOs and businesses. They realize there's easy efficiencies to be had with buildings and great payback, quick ROI projects that they can do to recoup energy savings.
We have about 20-25 seminars every year here. And you know, most of them have to deal with green issues.
We wanted to craft an education program for this conference that would focus on very practical, how does one operate a building more green? What are the tools available? What are the incentive programs available? What is the regulatory background?
I think the state of New York has done an awful lot to encourage and incentivize, to the extent we have resources that we can invest in this. So there are a lot of marvelous things happening around the state with green buildings.
Certainly the work that we're doing here requires different skills and better training, and therefore is going to drive a lot of the economy in the city.
That's the biggest fundamental change. Bricks are still bricks, toilets are still toilets. This is a whole new way.